with the sync going. I'm trying to see when last time Ryan was on. Ryan was very busy in September, and then that was it.
That was it in September? You didn't ask again?
No, that to be fair, I asked him several times.
Are you sure you tried hard enough, Daniel?
I'm sure what?
Are you sure you tried hard enough?
Well, I'll go through the history. I asked him in June if he could come on, and he said no. And then I asked him again the following week, and he said he's on vacation. And then I asked him in September, and he didn't respond. Then I asked him a couple weeks later, and then he said, "Sorry, I've been busy." And that was it. So that was. I feel like I tried. I put in a.
Have we been on a podcast together?
It has been a long time. I think if we have, I feel like it might have been like an in-person podcast. Was probably the last time.
Oh, okay, yeah, probably.
So it must have. Really?
Makes sense.
You've been an in-person podcast in like 5 years.
Okay, did you start, Daniel? Oh, recording started. I always forget, like, are we supposed to wait for the theme music, or?
This is the Experience Podcast with me.
Oh.
And someone else.
We're gonna make us introduce ourselves. I feel like we've introduced ourselves already.
Okay. Well, Noah hasn't spoken in a while, so I don't know.
I just got back. Have we started?
Well, you guys know who I am, based on my voice.
Yeah. Well, I think everyone knows everyone. I don't know. What do we want to talk about today? Anyone got anything?
Did anyone do anything fun in the last couple weeks? No.
I got a tattoo.
No, what?
Me and my siblings got matching turtle tattoos. They're really cute. I would show you, but I'd have to take off my pants, so. It's on my thigh. It's a thigh tattoo.
Oh, you should have led with that.
No, are you comfortable with that?
No.
Okay.
I have a tattoo. It's a bird. It's just a dot on my face, and I tell people it's a birthmark. It's right here.
We're gonna sit on that one for a little bit. Okay.
Right here is my tattoo.
I feel like that's not a tattoo.
Yeah, it's a tattoo. It's a little dot.
Is it true that if you get a tattoo, you can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery?
I mean, I guess it depends on the cemetery. I don't think they care. I'm sure you can under Orthodox, but I don't think they care.
Yeah, in America, I don't think you would have too much of an issue. Like maybe like a super Orthodox one in Israel. About to board or oh my god, my sister's calling.
Ooh, put her on the podcast.
No,
Podcast feature.
That's fine. I have to talk to her about something later. And she's, I guess, busy traveling. I don't know if she's traveling.
Spoke. What's the gossip?
Is there
I don't think so yet.
to be
No, you have your hand raised. Hold on,
Yeah,
no, you have your hand raised.
What's the gossip?
Next question, Elizabeth.
I didn't raise my hand.
I was hoping you would. Okay.
I'm currently trying to recompress my artificial Christmas tree, which I bought this online last year, earlier in the year, ahead of Christmas, and I never opened it because I didn't see any reason to open it. And then I took it out, and it was pretty full. I was not, I wasn't disappointed by the fullness of the tree, but it said that it was a 6-foot tree, and I am taller than this Christmas tree, even with little 4-foot stand, and I don't understand. I'm not that, I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. And I just have this tiny little sad tree. I mean, I guess I don't have that big of an apartment, but anyway.
Were you able to get the same apartment when you moved back, or you're in a different place now?
I'm in a different place, but I can see my old apartment building.
So are you across the street in the fancy ones?
No, I went to the other side, like towards the little downtown area, and I live right by an Italian bakery.
What city?
Wait, where do you live again?
Schenectady.
Why did you want to go back there?
'Cause I liked my job.
Oh, what a fun place.
Live in the.
No, have you? Yeah, no. Why don't you move out of Atlanta? You ever heard of anywhere else in the world?
Sam.
Yeah, I've been places. I just got back from the Dominican Republic. Next year I'm going to Italy, Switzerland, France.
I
Just
can
that
see
I
it.
live somewhere
World
doesn't.
traveler.
Yeah, wow.
Take that, Daniel.
Going to New York City next weekend.
I didn't see any invites here. I'm looking through our texts.
No, you are specifically not invited.
Okay, well.
You don't invite me to anything.
What would I invite you to? I have a dentist appointment on Friday. Would you like to come to
party.
Daniel actually doesn't have anything to invite you to.
Yeah, I actually don't. I mean, I have a dentist appointment on Friday.
You just had a
That's what
birthday.
I
You
got.
didn't invite me to your birthday party.
There was no party. You know what? There was kind of a party.
There was?
But it wasn't my birthday party. It was a party that I went to around the time of my birthday. Does that count?
Did you
host
it?
Get you a cake?
There was no cake. It had nothing to do with me, but I attended a party around the same time.
You can't invite me to a party you attend, so no, that's...
That's not a birthday party then.
Well, it was a party around the time of my birthday.
Was it hosted by you?
It was hosted by people close to me.
What does that mean?
Who's close to you?
Why is this like the
Why
most
wasn't I there?
vicious thing ever?
I can't reveal too many details. No, are you ever going to put your hand down? I mean,
I didn't know it was still up.
It's been up the whole time.
It doesn't tell you that.
Does it not? Is
it up? Is it still up?
Still up.
Okay, well, I don't think you can put it down. I think you have to put it down.
I don't think that's true.
There's just a raise hand button. There's not a lower hand button.
The hand again.
I did.
I can remove you from call. Will that fix it?
No.
Just click on the raise hand button again and it'll pop up.
You're like, you have no idea how technology works.
I pressed it multiple times. And an odd number of times. Don't worry.
Maybe that's the problem. I guess it's, okay, that's forever stuck. You know what? Anyone else want to raise their hand?
No.
No, I kind of like having Noah's hand raised.
I don't even see my hand raised, so.
I don't see it either.
Oh, is it really just like me?
I can see it.
I don't see anything.
Well, it wouldn't be a podcast without... Huh? It wouldn't be a podcast without Nadia cooking and Elizabeth putting stuff away. So
Exactly.
Really? That's so true. There was, I feel like the last podcast I was on when it was just me, I did not put stuff away actively while we were podcasting because I was talking about some Taylor Swift something or other.
Was that though? I was trying to think of what we were talking about. That wasn't the album.
I feel like there was like a mini Taylor Swift just because I hadn't talked about it in a while. You were like, the people want to know what she's doing. And I was like, me too.
That must have been after the album, the Deaf Poets Society. Or whatever, Tortured Poets. Tortured Poets, it's too long of a name, okay?
Man, you were so close.
I know.
You almost had.
Tortured Poets something.
Department,
sure.
Nadia, you're muted.
well, we don't, I mean, don't make Nadia eat.
I've muted this whole time.
No, not this whole time.
Oh, how did that happen?
I muted you.
Noah. Do that to me.
I was always silencing people. Yeah.
Ranking in the chat.
That's like
What
Noah.
is this?
Okay, well, let's see. Let me look at my list of topics.
Yeah, go to the topic list.
Are we supposed to like play a game or something?
Did you want to play a game? Do people want to play a game? I don't have a game. You know, I've been watching this show. That is kind of old. It's not that old. It's like a year old. It's what's it called? Everybody's in LA. It's a John Mulaney show. It's basically. Yeah, sorry, we're waiting for double background noise here.
Sorry.
It's okay, I muted Noah.
Okay, good, thank you. So it's basically, it's his like little variety talk show, and it makes no sense. It's just random stuff that happens the whole time. And it definitely reminded me of this show, where there's no rhyme or reason. Although at least they pretend to have bits.
Wait, what show is this?
It's called Everybody's in LA. It's very LA. It's a show that I'm not even sure I like because it's just talking about Los Angeles.
Have you
So
ever
like Nadia would be the only one that might understand some of the references. Maybe.
Hey, Daniel, we went to Laguna Beach together. You basically know LA.
That's true. I do know LA. But but he has like a bunch of guests and you know, comedians and whatever. Come on. But it'll be ridiculous. Like most formats of, like talk shows, they bring on like one guest onto, you know, the couch or whatever, and then you swap him out and you bring in a new guest. In this show, they just keep adding them on. It's additive. So at the end of the show, there's like 10 people all sitting around talking over each other. I'm like, what is this show? I'm not sure I understand it. But it makes sense, you know, just because that's kind of what John Mulaney does. Anyway, again, it's similar to this show where they just kind of do whatever.
It does seem like your kind of show.
Yeah, it's very strange. Like Jerry Seinfeld's in the first episode, and he's like, "This is the strangest show I've ever been on," because, you know. Anyway, and there are some weird. Honestly, the sketches, like the pre-tape sketches, are some of the worst parts, in my opinion. They do have some live music. They have
is it like a tamer version of the Eric Andre show?
Maybe. I don't know.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I guess so. It's really just like a talk show. It's like if John Mulaney hosted a late night talk show. He did it for Netflix. It was like for a week. Like he literally did it every day for a week. It was like 6 episodes. It came out last May, so it's somewhat old. I don't know if they'll do another season. But he was like, oh, there's a bunch of comedians in LA right now. There was some festival, some comedy festival. He's like, why don't I just do a show? And it's Netflix, so they'll let anyone do a show. And so they let him do like this. Richard Kind is on it. Anyone know Richard? No one knows
No.
Richard Kind.
I have no idea who Richard Kind.
Sorry, I'm not a nerd like you, Daniel.
Okay. Well, Richard Kind, you've heard his voice. He's the voice of Bing Bong from Inside Out.
I'm sure if I saw a picture, I would recognize him.
He voices Morty. Yeah, Morty from Big Mouth, the dad of Andrew.
Oh.
He has a very distinct voice that you would. He was in the last season of Only Murders in the Building, which no one will watch with me.
Wait, did they have a new season come out?
Wait,
They've
I'm
done, like-
currently on season 2 of that show.
They've done like 4 seasons.
I'm very
There's 4? Oh, shoot. Okay, so I'm
4
behind.
seasons.
Oh.
I've been telling Owen to watch it for years, and he finally watched it. He watched it in like one sitting somehow. He watched like 4 seasons.
Of course.
I was like, chill. Anyway, so that's my thing. Next topic?
No, say more.
Wait.
No, there's nothing.
I know. Do you remember that like trivia show, games show thing?
Yeah, that show went under. So,
Oh.
they just couldn't make enough money. That was great. I was thinking about that.
I think about that often, just like randomly.
You think about that often?
Like more often than one would expect.
How many times a
I
week
thought
do you
about,
think about the Roman Empire?
Well, actually, for Christmas, my family, we decided to celebrate Saturnalia, which is like a Roman celebration of the god of Saturn, and then we dressed in togas, and we made like Roman food, and then we went to the Getty Villa, which is a recreation of a Roman villa. So I'd say recently I've been thinking about the Roman Empire a lot, actually.
Interesting. Anyway, what was the show called?
You're
Daniel?
talking to me? The show?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because it actually went under like a couple of years ago, Elizabeth. I'm sorry. They had to cancel it.
What was the show?
It was not like a,
Can you just say the name?
What the fuck's the name of the show, Daniel?
well, you're not going to be able to find it because it wasn't like a TV show. It was
don't
like a
care.
YouTube
Doesn't matter.
Show. So, I'm just surprised Elizabeth thinks about that. We went to, because they came to Atlanta one year.
Oh, it was like okay, it wasn't
a live show. And, I don't remember why I asked Elizabeth to go. I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, I'm not sure.
Probably couldn't get anyone else to go with you, let's be honest.
Yeah, that was probably it. Well, I thought you might, because they were doing like Harry Potter stuff, so I was like,
oh I think that is how you convinced me to go. You were like, there's Harry Potter trivia.
That's
yeah,
funny.
and you knew most of it, or not most of it, but you knew a decent amount.
Cause like that would get me, the Harry Potter trivia.
It was more like, it was a show where it was movie trivia combined, but in like a wrestling format. So there were like storylines and
body slams.
competing. There was a chair throw one time. I did do that. But that show got canceled like a couple of years ago.
Man, that's a bummer.
Yeah, well, you didn't get to their Patreon, Elizabeth, so, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, all I remember was, like, the fact that it existed. I have no other recollection of this show.
I don't even know if we have pictures. I don't think we took pictures that night.
I don't think we did. Didn't we? One outside the building.
I guess
Did we?
If we did.
So, yeah. You know what? I think I took you to that one because there was a comedy show that I went to the night before that you couldn't go to, Elizabeth.
Comedy
Now
show?
that I think about it. Yeah, there was like a stand-up comedy show. The night before that you couldn't make it. It was like the Friday and Saturday. You were like, I'm free Friday. So I took Nadia and...
Oh, I was gonna say, you took me to a stand-up show once.
Ryan, maybe? Was it Ryan?
Maybe? I can't remember.
It was Ryan or someone like Ryan, you know? To the show. Noah.
Oh, no, why do I feel like it was Blake?
Was it Blake? Yeah, it was Blake. Okay,
No.
someone like Ryan. Blake.
That really helped me remember.
I'm just thinking about Ryan, okay? Yeah, and Elizabeth couldn't make that, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll take her to the trivia one. No further questions. I'm not accepting
I
any
remember
more
feeling
questions.
bad at that show because I didn't really think it was funny.
It was not, it was, yeah. It was like a
by the
weird,
same people?
it was by the same people, so, yeah. Anyway.
Well, there you go. Oh, so not related or anyhow connected. I got the Princess Diaries soundtrack on vinyl, and I'm very excited about it. I haven't listened to it yet, though. That's all. That's my one comment.
That has a soundtrack?
Yeah, just like they took the soundtrack for the movie and pressed it on vinyl.
No, I just didn't know there was songs in that movie. I don't remember it.
Which movie?
The Princess Diaries.
Oh, nice.
See, I'm pulling up the soundtrack.
I don't even know if I've seen that. I might have saw it when I was like 3 when it came out, or 4, whatever.
Why would you have watched this movie as a 4-year-old?
I watched it when I was very young, I think, with my sister. Is it not a kid's movie?
I mean, I guess it kind of is.
It was a Disney movie, right?
Yeah, like Disney made it. It wasn't a Disney Channel original movie.
Not Disney Channel.
Yeah, but it's a Disney movie. It was based off of like a book series. I mean, I guess the book series was for like kids, for like tweens probably.
Maybe I was like 8 or 9 then. I don't know. I don't know if my
2001.
sister definitely saw it.
2001.
Okay.
It had a G rating.
Oh,
Oh. No,
got you there.
hey, why am I with my camera on?
Because Daniel says it makes it slower.
It does.
Oh,
Look a
sorry.
little ratchet.
You can turn your cameras on. It's too late now. So once the floodgates open, you know.
Oh, nice. Wow. Love that vinyl.
I haven't taken it out yet, but it's clear splatter vinyl.
Oh, that's cute. What
Awesome.
the heck? That's beautiful.
Very excited.
Oh, slay. Love.
Ah. All right.
Nadia, you've already ruined the video of the podcast because you're on video.
Yeah, sorry. I don't really
It's
care.
fine. But once it's on, it's on. You can turn your cameras on if you want. It just makes it a little more difficult.
I like making Daniel's life harder.
Yeah, it just makes my life harder. So.
Does it make it harder to pull the audio because of the video?
It makes the file bigger, so it does make it a little more complicated. But then also sometimes it makes the performance of the call worse because Skype is not great. In case you hadn't noticed, with people struggling to get on.
Why are you still using Skype anyway?
Again, I'm open to alternatives if anyone would like to suggest anything. Huh?
Oh, you don't have like a company Zoom account or something?
I have no. I don't use Zoom.
The issue.
I could probably use Teams, but that's just the same thing as Skype.
Oh yeah, because does Microsoft own this now? I noticed I had to sign it with like Microsoft.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know my account.
Yeah, Microsoft bought Skype like
20 years ago. Yeah.
20 years ago? Oh, my bad.
Something like that.
2012 or
I
something.
didn't notice till now, so.
Let's see. When did they buy it? Microsoft bought Skype in 2011.
9. Oh, I said 12 originally. I'm going with that.
I said 10, so we were in the ballpark. Anyway, yeah. So it's basically the same. And people expressed hesitation with using Microsoft Teams, so we're sticking with Skype.
Are they scared their employer is going to jump in on the call?
I mean, you don't have to use your work Microsoft Teams account. Everyone doesn't have a personal Microsoft account?
No.
Is that not a thing?
I think I do, but I never remember the password.
I think I do, but I think that it logged in with Microsoft on Skype today. Although I have like 4 that all work differently.
You know, I'm going to do something rare, but I'm going to give Noah credit. He never has problems.
Yeah.
With this.
Okay, well that must be nice.
Something he's doing.
I have that.
That's
I'm technically savvy.
Unless you use Skype often or something.
No.
I can guarantee everyone that's been on this podcast only uses Skype for this purpose, including me.
Okay.
I'm going through my Skype call history. It's all just the podcast recordings. Maybe I should call it. Maybe I should change the titles because they all have the same title.
Of the call?
They're all just called Meeting with Daniel.
I didn't realize that was the title. I just kind of thought it was
Elizabeth, we cannot hear you in the apartment next door.
I'm sorry. I wandered over to put my records back. I'm back.
Girl.
Oh, put your records on.
I said it first.
Wow, we have the same mind, Noah.
No, that's not a good thing for you.
I think it is, actually.
Oh.
It's all I've
That's
ever
the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Aw. I'll always say nice things to you like that, Noah.
Bonding. Friendship.
Nadia, do you want to explain the symbols on your shirt there? Is this a gang
Oh,
thing?
this is just a rugby shirt. I think this is like a brand, but it's like got 3 rugby balls overlapping, but I forget what
That looks like New Zealand.
Yeah, well, I think it's the brand though. I don't think it's like a specific team.
You know, I understand I'm colorblind, but I did not see rugby balls in those.
Yeah, I can't really
What's
see
a
it,
bird?
but I think that's what it is. I don't really get it. But I did get this in Australia, so hold on.
Maybe it's Australia then.
Let me read the tag.
I think that's what I meant. I meant Australia.
It says made in Australia, international rugby jersey. It's international band. So yeah, no specific team.
Well, we can wrap up the call here soon if you're all. We started late. I don't want to. Anyone else have anything else?
Our podcast? I thought you always do 50 minutes.
Yeah.
No, we do 30 to 60 minutes.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
But you didn't start recording already. Like, how many minutes?
That's true. We're only about 25 minutes of recording. Well, does anyone else have anything else they wanted to?
I don't know, Daniel. Can you just give us some life updates? Tell us what's going on.
Daniel doesn't tell us anything about himself, so good luck.
No.
Yeah.
My dad got upset with me recently because I don't tell anyone anything. So
Me too. I also got upset at you.
yeah, well that's what I'm saying. If it makes you feel
Upset at
better,
you, Daniel.
maybe you should all join a support group.
Maybe we should.
And,
Maybe we will.
You can start your own podcast where you just complain.
About you? Yeah. We actually already have.
You do? Okay. I assume there's some group chat.
Have y'all ever heard of Fun Spot America and the roller coaster Airy Force One?
No.
No.
It's in.
Wait. Say it again.
It's Fun Spot America, and the roller coaster is called Airy Force One, like Air Force One, but with an extra E. Okay. So when I was home, I was hanging out with some of my friends from high school, and the day before, or we'd hung out a couple times, and like the day before that we went to this fun park to ride this roller coaster, they had done like a board game night, and I decided that because it was like 9:30 p.m. and raining, I was not going to leave my parents' house because I didn't want to drive in the rain, which is perhaps not the best excuse, but I was tired and I didn't want to drive in the rain. Anywho, apparently at this hangout, they started discussing this one roller coaster, Airy Force One, and how it's like very randomly and strangely in this theme park called Fun Spot America. And there's 3 Fun Spot Americas in the U.S. One's in Orlando, one's in Kissimmee, which is basically still Orlando, and then one is in Fayetteville, so like South Atlanta. And this roller coaster is apparently great, but like that's the only thing in this fun park. It's like a $12 million build roller coaster in a like fun park that's like a permanent carnival. So like the other attractions that are in the park are like carnival attractions. I know
some places like that.
Yeah. So it's like a permanent carnival setup, but then there's like a $12 million coaster. So we decide to go there on like a whim. They're like, in the afternoon, they're like, we should do something today. And they're like, what if we go ride this roller coaster? So we went to the fun park and we rode the coaster like 6 times. And then we also rode like the small drop tower, the like gasoline race cars, these other 2 coasters that were very much like, they don't go upside down or twist or anything because they're, you know, you could take them out and reinstall them in multiple places. They were pretty jerky, but like the big coaster, Airy Force One, was awesome. It was probably one of the best roller coasters I've ever ridden. It was so cool. Like the 0G drop, like the hang time on it was crazy. And if you rode in the back row, the whip was like incredible. But it's randomly in Fayetteville, Georgia, like in this super, like, I don't even know how to explain how like liminal the rest of that park felt, but it just didn't feel like
a funny. What the heck? Okay, so we should go.
Yes. So if we're all back in Atlanta, we all need to go ride this roller coaster because it's so much fun.
Okay, slay. We'll make it happen.
But it
Never
really
heard of that.
It was a trip. You should look it up.
I am.
Wait, can I like show photos on my phone? Yeah, this was the like cafeteria area.
This is the part of the podcast where...
Yeah, but so you can't see it, but we've got like red and white checkered tile, kind of like a fun house. This was like the Riptide ride. Oh, they had this monster truck that had, like, muscle arms on it.
Whoa. Oh, that's kind of funny.
It's like,
Love.
and then, yeah. And then this roller coaster. And, like, the theming for the coaster was, like, nothing crazy. They had one little area with, like, a desk and, like, calculations, and then this, like, tarp that was made to look like metal siding with the name, and that was it.
Airy Force. That's so funny, like, Airy Force, like, that just makes me think of, like, the clothing brand, like, Airy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I like that.
I don't know. Apparently, the guy who made Fun Spot America, it was like the son, and then the dad was some, like, physicist or something who did, like, rockets, or, like, a rocket scientist, so he, like, named the coaster their last name. And that's the only reason why it wasn't called Air Force One.
Oh, that's funny. That's interesting.
But yeah, it was a really good roller coaster.
That's cool.
Apparently, it's the same company that turned the Cyclone, which was a wooden coaster in Six Flags Over Georgia, into, like, the hybrid metal coaster that it is now. So, I don't know.
Why?
But it was a lot of interesting I'm, like, not deep into, like, the theme park enthusiast thing, but I, like, know people who are, and they were telling me all these facts. It was very...
I'm like, this just Josiah know about this? Like, that's the only theme park.
Josiah has to know about it.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, he would be eating this up. I was like, there's no way he lived in Atlanta for that long and didn't ride.
Oh, definitely.
No,
like, yeah, I've been on that thing like 500,000 times or something.
Probably. Because you could just basically, I mean, there was a gentleman, we got there maybe around like 4. The park closed at 8, and we stayed until like 7. But there was a gentleman who was sitting in the second to last car, just like with a jacket on, with his hood up, and he never got off the entire time we were on at the park, because nobody ever like got in his row. So if there was no one in your row, they just let you stay on the ride.
Well,
that's how empty it was. It was the most random thing, and I was like, a roller coaster this good, like.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was my fun winter break story. Oh, and I went to the Birmingham Bowl, and that was miserable.
Oh.
Oh, man. It just poured down.
I was really hoping it was going to be in Boston, so we all go up there.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
Hang out with me.
Oh, we're all going to the... Yeah, well, I think we're going to... We're playing in Boston next year, actually.
We're playing Boston.
Actually?
In Boston, yeah.
Are you going to be here, Noah, or what?
Yeah, let's all go.
Yes! Okay. Wait, do you know when it is?
No, I don't think they have a schedule yet.
Oh, okay.
But I know it's away there. I don't know what. Let's see.
You just let me know, because I'm not going to keep track.
Maybe they haven't. I don't.
Yeah, I gotta like lock this in early, because I feel like my weekends in the fall always go crazy. Although I don't have as many weddings this year, which is good.
No, they haven't announced it yet. We also played Colorado. What the heck? Okay.
Oh.
Colorado.
Is that a block print of Spam?
Oh, yeah.
I really like that. That's very pretty.
Thank you. I like these ones. I love art that features food. So I have this one with Spam and with mangoes, and my friend did this one, and it's like maybe an orange tree. It's kind of cute. So, yeah.
Nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, thanks. Slay.
Okay. Well, we can actually wrap it up there then.
Okay.
Podcast?
Noah, last word.
Noah?
That's your last word?
What'd you say?